My room was given to my stepsister, and I feel like a stranger in my own home. It all started about 3 months ago. My name is Alex, and I'm 16 years old. I live with my stepsister, Lily, who's 15. My dad, John, married Lily's mother, Susan, 2 years ago, blending our families. Initially, our life together was like a delicate dance of adjustment, but nothing could have prepared me for the upheaval that was about to come. Susan had recently started a new job that demanded longer hours, putting additional pressure on Lily. My parents decided that the best way to support Lily was to give her my room. They thought it would be the perfect solution, considering my room was the largest and had the best lighting. They assumed that this decision was practical and that it would alleviate Lily's stress. One Friday evening, while I was finishing my homework in my room, my parents came in with serious expressions. I sensed immediately that something significant was happening. "Alex, we need to talk," Dad said, and Mom nodded in agreement. They took a seat on the edge of my bed. "Sure, what's up?" I asked, although my heart was already sinking. "Lily's situation with Susan's new job has become more challenging," Mom began. "We've decided that it would be best if she moves into your room. It's larger and more suitable for her needs." My stomach churned. "So, you're giving my room to Lily?" "Yes," Dad confirmed. "We think it's the most practical solution." "And where do I go?" I asked, feeling a surge of panic. "We've prepared the guest room for you," Mom said. "It's not as spacious, but it should be sufficient." I glanced at the guest room down the hall, a cramped space that was more of a storage area than a proper bedroom. The thought of moving there was disheartening. "This isn't fair," I said, trying to keep my voice steady. "I've had this room for years. It's where I keep all my things. Why do I have to give it up?" "We're doing this to support Lily," Mom said gently. "She needs a bigger space right now." "But what about my needs?" I asked, feeling my frustration boiling over. "Why is it okay for me to lose my space for her?" Dad tried to stay calm. "Family comes first, Alex. We need to support Lily." Their responses made me feel like my emotions were being disregarded. It was as though my feelings were secondary to their desire to help Lily. Over the next few days, the process of moving began. Watching my room being packed up was like watching pieces of my identity being dismantled. My posters, gaming setup, and various mementos were being boxed up, and I felt a deep sense of loss. Lily, on the other hand, was thrilled about her new room. She eagerly chose colors for the walls and picked out new furniture. Her excitement only deepened my sense of displacement. It felt as if she was taking over my world without acknowledging the emotional impact it had on me. The guest room was just as bleak as I had imagined. It was small, dark, and filled with old furniture that didn't belong to me. I did my best to arrange my belongings and add some personal touches, but it never felt like my space. As time went on, the dynamics within the family became increasingly strained. My parents were fully focused on ensuring Lily was comfortable in her new room. Their attention was entirely on her, leaving me feeling increasingly invisible. Every time I tried to express my feelings to my parents, they were dismissive. "You need to be more understanding," or, "We're doing this for Lily," were the standard replies. It seemed that my feelings were secondary to their goal of supporting Lily. Lily's indifference didn't help. She was so absorbed in her new room that she didn't seem to grasp the impact of the change on me. It was challenging to connect with her when she appeared so unconcerned. Feeling helpless, I sought solace outside the home. I spent more time with friends, dove into hobbies I had neglected, and tried to find distractions. Their support was invaluable, helping me cope with the emotional upheaval. I also worked on making the guest room as comfortable as possible. I invested in new bedding, rearranged the furniture, and added personal touches. While it was still a far cry from my old room, it became a space where I could find some degree of peace. As time passed, I realized the importance of rebuilding relationships within the family. I made an effort to connect with Lily on a more personal level. I started by engaging in conversations and finding common interests. Though it was a gradual process, our interactions began to improve. With my parents, I continued to express my feelings, hoping they would understand the emotional toll their decision had taken on me. Slowly, they started to recognize the impact of their actions and made efforts to include me in family activities and discussions. Despite ongoing tension and miscommunication, relationships began to improve. My parents became more attentive to my needs and made a conscious effort to balance their support for Lily with consideration for my feelings. Just when I thought things were beginning to settle, I discovered something that changed everything. One evening, while going through some old boxes in the guest room, I found a stack of letters and documents that had been misplaced. Among them was a letter addressed to my dad from a lawyer. Curious, I read through the letter and learned that Susan had been concealing significant financial problems. The letter mentioned a legal dispute and hinted at a possible bankruptcy. The stress of the financial issues had likely been a factor in Susan's extended work hours and the resulting strain on Lily. I confronted my parents about the letter. At first, they were hesitant to talk, but after some pressing, they admitted that Susan's financial troubles had been a major factor in their decision. They had hoped to shield me from the stress and had been trying to maintain a facade of normalcy. It turned out that Lily's move into my room was part of a broader attempt to stabilize the household amid the financial difficulties. They had hoped that by giving Lily a better environment, they could mitigate some of the stress she was experiencing. With this new understanding, my perspective began to shift. While I was still upset about the room change, I realized that there were deeper issues at play. My parents had been trying to navigate a complex situation and had made decisions based on what they thought was best for everyone, even if it meant sacrificing my comfort. I began to approach my parents with a renewed sense of empathy. We had honest conversations about the financial struggles and the impact it had on our family. Understanding the full picture helped me come to terms with the changes. Lily and I continued to build our relationship, and I found that she was more receptive once she understood the broader context. We started to work together to create a more harmonious living environment. Moving forward. As months have passed, things have improved significantly. The guest room, while still not ideal, has become a part of my life. I've adapted to the new reality and found ways to make it more comfortable. Our family dynamics have also evolved. My parents have become more transparent about their challenges, and there is a greater sense of mutual support. Lily and I have grown closer, and our interactions are more positive. I've learned valuable lessons about resilience, empathy, and adaptation. The experience has been challenging, but it has also been an opportunity for personal growth and deeper understanding of my family. I hope to continue sharing updates as our family dynamics evolve and as I work to find balance and contentment in my new living situation. Thank you to everyone who has supported me through this transition. Your encouragement has made a significant difference in my journey. Update. Since my last update, things have shifted quite a bit. After discovering the financial troubles Susan was dealing with, our family dynamics took on a new dimension. My parents were more open about the situation, and it became clear that their decision to move me to the guest room was part of a broader effort to manage their financial stress. Susan and my dad decided to take more drastic measures to handle the financial difficulties. They began working with a financial advisor to create a plan for debt management and budgeting. The process was intense and required significant sacrifices, but it was a step towards stabilizing their financial situation. The tension in our home eased a bit as we began to work together to address these challenges. My parents were more transparent about their struggles, and it felt like there was a collective effort to navigate the difficulties rather than facing them individually. With the financial situation beginning to stabilize, the atmosphere at home improved. My parents made an effort to include me in discussions about the family's future and involved me in decisions that affected us all. This newfound openness helped bridge some of the gaps that had formed between us. Lily and I continued to build our relationship. We started spending more time together, working on small projects around the house, and even taking up a new hobby, gardening. It was a way to bond and find common ground beyond the conflict we had experienced. Our interactions became more positive, and we began to genuinely enjoy each other's company. One weekend, Lily and I decided to redecorate the guest room together. We chose new colors, added some personal touches, and made it more comfortable. It didn't transform the room into what my old room had been, but it became a space that I could take pride in. The experience of moving from my room to the guest room had a profound impact on me. I learned to adapt to change, manage my emotions, and develop a greater sense of empathy. It was a difficult journey, but it forced me to confront my feelings and work through them. I found solace in personal growth. I focused on my studies, took up new hobbies, and spent time with friends who supported me through the transition. This period of adjustment helped me develop resilience and a deeper understanding of the complexities of family dynamics. I also began to appreciate the importance of communication within a family. The process of rebuilding our relationship showed me how essential it is to address issues openly and honestly. It wasn't always easy, but it was necessary for our collective well-being. As we move forward, I'm hopeful for the future. The financial situation has improved, and our family is starting to find a new normal. The challenges we faced brought us closer together and helped us build a stronger foundation for the future. I'm optimistic about the upcoming changes and excited about the new opportunities that lie ahead. The experience has taught me valuable lessons about resilience, adaptability, and the importance of family support. Thank you to everyone who has followed my journey and provided support. Your encouragement has been invaluable, and I'm grateful for the community that has helped me navigate this challenging period. I'll continue to update as our family continues to adapt and grow. Here's to a brighter future and a renewed sense of hope and unity. Thanks for watching, guys. If you enjoyed these Reddit stories, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell so you never miss an update. See you in the next one.